Those who do not fight are forgotten. Fight or be finished.
Yeah, welcome to Palamecia.
Do you know me?
Few shine so brightly. You're lightning.
That was my name once.
We'll find out.
In the depths of the darkness, I heard a voice. This world searches for the warrior of light, it said. And there are those who fight to become that warrior and save this world. The voice asked nothing of me. It merely told me this. Those who do not fight are forgotten. That is the law of Palamecia.
I've heard your name before. The prophecy here in this world mentions you.
A god of death, leading men's souls into chaos. Or a flash of brilliance, standing against gods who would rule mankind. A flash of lightning.
That's quite the introduction.
Prophecy says more than that, you know. It also says that the warrior of light will free the lightning.
And what does that mean? I suppose you're this warrior of light?
I hope to be the warrior of light someday, but I'm not there yet. Might never get there. And I'm not sure what's meant by freeing the lightning. Even assuming you're the lightning in question, I don't even know you.
Except now you do. You saved me back there. Thank you.
Refreshingly direct.
As you saw, my sword was no match for my foe. I seem to have lost my strength upon arriving in this world. Or perhaps I never had any strength to begin with.
What do you mean?
I don't feel like lightning. I think it's my name, but I don't feel it in my bones. If my name is lightning, maybe I'm not the real lightning. Maybe I was made, a copy, a fake.
For someone who isn't sure if they're even real, you seem awfully calm. Don't tell me you're used to this.
Actually, I am. It's not the first time I've doubted my own identity.
Well, you've shown you've got courage, but courage isn't enough to make it in Palamecia.
So it seems. Maybe you could lend me a hand for a while. I'd rather not die here.
You want me to protect you?
Looks like I could use the help.
Fine.
Refreshingly direct. Well, I was not expecting Lightning to ask you for help. No way! I mean, she just did not seem like the type. Everything about her was all... Don't mind me. I can take care of myself.
Don't judge by appearances, Echo.
She's not the only wacky one. Someone asks you for help and you say, fine? No sarcasm? Just fine? What if she's a fake? This could be a trap, you know.
If it is, we'll deal with that when we have to. The warrior of light frees the lightning, right? I don't know what the prophecy means, but if I'm the warrior, I'll figure it out.
Look, I just think we shouldn't rush into things. Be careful, okay? Lightning isn't like you or the other Blinks. Not at all.
You think she's a heretic? She can see you, that's something. The question is, does she remember the world she came from?
Good question. Time for a little getting to know you, if you know what I mean.
Did they come to this world like I did? Or am I just dreaming of the past?
I wish it were a dream, I really do. This world and everything in it, it's real. So, do you remember the world you came from at all?
It was a long time ago. I was living in Cocoon. Why?
Most people who come to Palamecia from the outside forget their past, their home. They can only remember their names.
Then I guess I'm an exception.
This world doesn't really like exceptions. The people who break the laws of Palamecia are called heretics, and people try to kill them.
People like you?
I don't like this world much myself, and if it wants you dead, I'd have a problem with that.
A rebel without a clue.
Let's move. I'll take point. You stay close behind me.
Got it. Thanks. Not bad at all.
Thanks.
Have you thought this through, though? You said heretics like me are hunted, tracked down by those who uphold the laws of the land. Doesn't siding with me put you in danger, too?
Does everyone where you come from worry as much as you do?
I worry because of all I've seen. Back in my home, in Cocoon, thousands, tens of thousands hated us, feared us. The hatred grew until the soldiers in Cocoon did what they were trained to do. They killed everyone who had any dealings with us, even those who just happened to live nearby. They massacred them all.
How does that even happen? I don't get it. Why?
That is a good question. I fear it can happen to anyone who knows true despair. The heart is a fragile thing. It breaks. I only hope your world is spared such tragedy.
We've got tragedy enough to deal with already. Palamecia is a broken world. We've got our hands full just pushing back the fiends. No one has time to raise arms against each other.
That's its own kind of despair, I suppose. No wonder they need a warrior of light.
I'll do it. I'm used to helping those who can't fight for themselves.
Just like you're used to forcing your help on people.
Well, if you're forcing, I guess I'll accept. The soldiers captured innocent people, hunted them down, drove them to their deaths. This tragedy happened in my hometown. It all happened right here, on the hanging edge. I was here then, too.
And they drove you out?
I left on my own.
That took some guts.
No, I didn't have any choice. With my back to the wall and nowhere to run, I had to fight. What else was there? It was a futile effort. I knew that at the time. But my anger, and more than anything, my despair, drove me onward.
In other words, times were tough, so you got a heck of a lot tougher.
I've softened a little since.
It doesn't matter if it was anger or despair, as long as it kept you fighting. You fought, and you survived. And that's why you're still here today. Lightning.
That's me, isn't it?
Yeah. You've forgotten your name, Lightning. And with it, you've forgotten how to fight. Just maybe that's because you've changed. What if you lost your will to fight because you lost your anger and despair?
But that would mean that I'm not Lightning anymore. At all. Maybe that's why its light has gone up. Makes sense.
What's that? A crystal?
It belongs to me, to Lightning, anyway. Once it shone brighter than a star, brighter than flame. It's not my light to hold any longer. Take it. I'm sure you were meant to have it. It will give you strength.
Are you sure? It's not your good luck charm or anything.
Don't worry, I have all the luck I need right here.
Fine. I'll hold on to it. That crystal you gave me is making me stronger somehow.
I'm glad you're putting it to use.
Far be it from us to refuse a gift or present of any kind.
If you want it back, let me know soon. I'll get attached to it and we wouldn't want any hard feelings.
No, we wouldn't.
Since we're helping you out, seeing as how you can't fight, a little token of your appreciation wouldn't be out of place.
Of course. I'd be more than happy to pay for your help. What do you want?
Elixir, please! Wait, no, your crystal, please!
That belongs to Lightning.
If you want it, I'm glad to give it. You are helping me.
Gimme, gimme!
Knock it off, Echo. This is about more than loot.
Oh, come on! You love your loot and don't you try to pretend different. I'm on to you!
You'll have plenty of opportunity to repay your debt, and I'll choose how and when. So, does that work for you, Lightning?
It does. They sure are quick to sound the alarm here.
They were waiting for us. I'm sure a welcoming committee isn't far behind.
The sharper-eyed the enemy, the easier to fool. We just make some noise in a lot of different places, and they'll be distracted from their main objective.
Right. Stir up trouble. I like that. Nothing like a solid strategy. You're good at this.
I was military once.
The military that killed civilians?
That's why I left my post and became a wanted rebel. When they drop out of alert mode, they let their guard down just a little bit.
Which is our chance to gain some ground without being watched.
And strike when they're least expecting it.
Put them at ease, then stab them in the back. You're meaner than I gave you credit for.
An interesting opinion. Certainly not nice, I'll give you that. But no one's ever called me mean. Not that I'd remember.
That's because you're mean. They were afraid to say anything.
Well, that's possible. I'll have to ask him next time I'm back home. If I can return to my own world, that is.
I'll be blunt. The chances aren't great you'll be able to. I have no idea if anyone who comes to Palamecia can ever go home again, to tell the truth.
That was blunt.
Yeah, he's not much on mincing words.
I prefer it to lies.
If we help Lightning get back home, what are you gonna ask her to give you?
I haven't decided. And when I do, I won't tell you.
Why not? Wait, is it because you're embarrassed? No, wait a second. I know.
As my reward, Lightning, I demand heart.
Bullseye!
What are you even talking about? What would I do with her heart?
I'm not even sure how I would give it to him if it came to that.
Explain yourself, Echo. You're not making a lot of sense.
Yes, do. I'm curious.
I don't believe you two. That's it, you really were meant for each other. Idiots.
So, you were a soldier, but you left the Force and came to the Hanging Edge. You said that a lot of people hated you, but you never said why. What happened on the Hanging Edge?
It's a long story. My sister was cursed.
Cursed.
Sarah, was the only family I had. Just a normal girl until she was burdened with an unfortunate destiny. She suffered alone for so long. And I didn't try to understand. When I should have been protecting her, I pushed her even further. By the time I realized my own mistake, it was too late. She was a prisoner. Rushing into battle, saving her, undoing my mistake, my only thought.
You saved her.
Well,
Don't tell me you didn't!
fortunately, her life was spared, and she was freed. But it took far too much time, and in a way, the one who was saved in the end was me.
Good! A happy ending!
Far from it. I railed against the destiny that befell Sarah, and blamed myself for not reaching out to her sooner. I made the world my enemy. My rage and my despair, they were my fuel.
Interesting. Maybe if you could remember that despair now, it would give you the strength you need to fight again. Wouldn't be fun.
No. But if that's the only way for me to return home, then I guess I'll have to remember.
Red alert! All units to battle! Destroy the intruders! Destroy!
Who are you working for again?
She's a fun one.
She's annoying 24/7.
I do my job 24/7!
If both of you keep on like that, someone's gonna get hurt. It'll either end in tears or worse. It'll never end at all.
Can't it end in friendship? Whatever happened to that?
Given enough time, even those who torture us can seem like our friends. We might even come to care for them.
I'm a firm believer that the best friendships start with a good fight.
It's been true for me. I've butted heads with more than my share of people, but they can surprise you too. The cretin with a kind word, the child always underfoot who catches you when you fall. For all my enemies, I've had even more friends.
You miss them.
Of course.
Yeah, that's the thing about having no memories. You can't remember your friends or your family, so you don't miss them.
Let's be honest, I'm pretty sure you didn't have many friends anyway.
Shut up.
So heartwarming. Wait, something's wrong.
Yeah,
What are they?
Seeth.
What's a Sia? Is it like a zombie? Because they kind of look like zombies.
They might live, or they might be dead. It makes no difference. Nothing short of a miracle can change a person back once they've become a Seeth. They wander aimlessly, hating all they see.
let's put them out of their misery.
What does this mean?
You tell me.
Normal humans cannot become Seeth.
I may not be up on my Seas, but those soldiers weren't exactly what I'd call normal humans. They look more like something Palamecia cooked up. Puppets, you might call them. Copies.
Maybe that's why they became Seath.
Honestly, I have no idea what's going on. What do you think, Lightning?
If a copy can become a Seath, then maybe I better start worrying.
If you're a copy, that is. I'd like to think you're the real deal, though.
If I'm not, and I become a Seath, promise me you'll kill me. No hesitation.
You think Lightning will be able to get back home?
You're that worried?
You could say that.
Who knows? With her unable to fight, it's gonna be rough. Palamecia doesn't go out of its way to make room for people who can't fight for themselves.
So what if there's no place for her? Will she be driven out?
Driven out, maybe. Not out of this world. It doesn't work like that. She'll be erased. Or like she said, turn into a fiend. Or one of those Seath things.
Rough.
It gets worse.
What's that mean?
Remember the prophecy? The bit about the Warrior of Light freeing the lightning? Well, what if freeing isn't the good kind of freeing?
Putting an end to me would free me from my pain, in a matter of speaking.
Oh, you heard?
I can't fight for myself, so if you wanted to kill me, it wouldn't be very hard.
So you say, but you still sound pretty confident that's not going to happen. In fact, you think you'd win.
I suppose we'd find out then, if it ever came to that.
Can you remember anything about your friends?
A little. I remember the strong one, tough as an ox. The lonely one, quick to argue. The guy who'd talk your ear off. And yet he was a good father, who only thought about his son's well-being. And that girl, a picture of innocence, carried the heaviest burden of all. And the little one, trembling, clutching a knife, rose to become a great leader of the people. And the hunter, with keen eyes, from the edge of time, watched over my sister when I couldn't. It's odd. I remember all these fragments of my friends, but nothing to connect them back to me, who I am.
You must remember the time you spent together.
I remember Lightning being with them, and Lightning may be me, but I don't remember me being with them.
It's like you can put the pieces together in your head, but not in your heart. Whoa, deep.
How's the crystal working out?
It's getting brighter, and I can feel more power flowing from it. You should try and see if you can use it again. Your fighting strength might come back.
No, it won't. The crystal's glow is only a reflection of the light within you. I should think it would shine brightest of all for the Warrior of Light. The fact that I couldn't use it must mean that the light inside me has gone out.
Don't give up so easily. It'll come around.
Yes, I truly hope so. The future is darker to me now than it used to be. Thrown into an unfamiliar world, not even sure who I am. I never thought I'd miss fighting, but now that I can't fight, I'm less than I should be. Does this battlefield never end?
Sick of it already?
It seems unfair that I should be both banished to another world and yet still stuck on the hanging edge.
Dreams and memories have a way of mixing together in Palamecia. You see, the hanging edge holds a lot of meaning for you. So much that you're trapped in it.
This is where Lightning's struggle began. That much is true.
Those are pretty distant memories for you now, I take it.
Maybe that's why you were brought here. You may not be the old Lightning anymore, but the hanging edge could still hold the key to your past and the key to your true power. Somewhere. Or not.
What does it all mean?
Lightning, careful not to take the fairy too seriously.
Good advice. I mean, I just made all that up right now.
I wouldn't give it a second thought if I had anything else to go on. And there may be some deeper meaning in returning to this place.
Let's hope we find out what.
There must be some reason to why you're here, don't you think?
Have thinking back on the last time you came here, when you were trying to save your sister?
I told you a little. I was possessed. I gave myself to my anger and let my despair feed my strength. Wait, what was it that you said to me? If I recalled my despair, it might bring back my strength to fight?
It was just a random idea.
I know, but it's something. Why not tell me something about you for a change?
Me?
No?
I don't see the point. I don't remember anything from before I came to Palamecia.
How about since you got here? Why is it you can fight?
If I couldn't, I would have died. Not much more to it than that. Not that that's much of an explanation. I know. I wonder why I could fight and you couldn't. What's different?
Don't write me off entirely just yet. Not that I can do anything to prove you wrong now. Maybe not ever.
Don't worry, I'm helping you for a reward. The more I help, the more I get.
Charming. I wonder, was it my despair that gave me the strength to fight?
A fight now would give you despair.
Don't worry. I'll keep my eyes forward and guard the rear.
Tired?
I don't know why. It's not like I've fought.
Oh, I totally get that though. Like you want to fight, and you can't, and it's super stressful.
I wish I could see ahead.
Knowing what's coming is highly overrated. Eyes forward, guard the rear. Right?
Very helpful, Echo.
You know it.
What I'd like to know is how to make her shut up.
Well, from experience, I can say that telling her to shut up only encourages her. My reality is mine to create. We've come all this way for a dead end?
So the end of the road is just that. The end of the road. I guess that's it then.
Lightning. What is it?
Get ready.
Sicarius?
Lightning, run!
You tell me to run. Tell me, where do I run to? The road has ended. I cannot see the light. All I can see is despair. Odin, have you come to guide me, old friend?
Wait! Where will you go?
Bahamut is waiting.
But you can't fight.
I don't intend to get you involved. You've already done more than enough.
That's not your call to make.
Goodbye.
Lightning!